Good afternoon and welcome to Arnhem Papendal in the Netherlands for the UCI 2021 BMX World Championships. I'm your commentator Rich Eames and I'm here with my co-commentator Pete Deluski.
It's great to be here back in Papendal for the BMX World Championships, Rich.
Yeah, the fans are definitely stoked for this one. They're looking forward to some superb racing and that's what they're guaranteed here at Papendal. Where's Ross Cullen? He's going to make his move here. Climbs with Paddy Shank. Oh, they've both gone down. The two British riders have hit the deck.
They all want to go for that spot. You saw top four move on. Those guys were fourth and fifth, third and fourth, whatever position it may have been. And unfortunately now they're seventh and eighth.
The move, he dived inside. A little nudge on Sharrock. He went down. Ross unclipped. And it was game over for the British boys. But David Graff carrying on from where he left off in the motos. He had 3 wins earlier on in the day. And he's looking to keep that streak going. Yeah, and it goes to show, Pete, as well, that a lap is never over until you cross the finish line. You've got to be patient and await your chance to make the move. And that's exactly what Manon Veenstra did. Dived underneath, didn't touch Ruby Hausman. She went up the turn, or just a little nudge there. Just enough to put her into the fence in the smart in this final turn. Cameron Wood, pushes Dave.
Turn, unfortunately, not so much for the 192 of Vandenberg, but as you know, it's a big battle in that lap.
Of that one, took himself into the next round via a 3rd place. And Dave Vandenberg's day was over right there. Luckily, Dave walking away unhurt, but he's surrounded by a posse of Frenchmen. Oh, 2 riders have gone down and leaves the room too wide, which he has. He's been swooped upon the...
He's the main event, Rich.
Yeah, it got even more interesting as they came out of turn 1 because as they were approaching the big double on the 2nd straight, riders touched, riders went down. Tim Goosens was one of them. Matthew Gilston of Great Britain still being looked after by our medical team at the moment. So all kinds of craziness going on.
And you can just see the speed and the youth and the exuberance of do-or-die moves throughout the track, not just in that last turn. We'll see that from here on out, even in that main event later on today, maybe, but you can see riders spread out everywhere because it's all about being in the main event, Rich.
Yeah, and these younger riders, they absolutely give no quarter whatsoever. If there's even a smidge of a chance that they're going to be able to throw a bike in there and make a move, they'll make it. And sometimes it doesn't quite work out how the rider would want it to work out. Matthew Goulds, here we see it as they came out. Look, the elbows locked. Goosens locked up with the back of Matthew Gilston's bike. And the British rider went down, tangled up, hitting the floor and sliding into the upside of that particularly large jump as they come out of turn number 1.
Yeah, those lines on the track are there for you to make a move throughout the entire track, but unfortunately you'll see a lot of riders right at that edge because they want to carry as much speed as possible and not give you any way for the rider behind them to pass. And unfortunately you saw the elbow went underneath the arm and the head, and he hit the jump first. Move being made right here. This is where the day ended for these 2 women. They were already in 5th and 6th, but they were still going for it because nobody knows what could happen all the way to the line. You need to battle, and right here the battle for those 2 ended in the last turn.
Yeah, all action in the Women Elite semi-finals.
Reynolds, a little bit of a hesitation actually really worked out for her. She was able to get around that mayhem of the French and the 2 Russian riders, and she was able to make her way through and get that 4th and final spot. But you can see right here, the French girls, that's not the way they wanted to end their day.
Yeah, Manon Valentino getting tangled up with Axel Etienne, which ended up blocking Natalia Rafimova. Having underneath, still in the position, drag racing down the straight. Oh! Charged his way down that 1st straight. Took his almost familiar now hole shot. Pilard was in there in 2, but Harmson and Marquardt were battling. Oh, he got slightly out of shape and almost somersaulted off the side of the track. Joris Harmsen, I know he wanted it so much today. He wanted to end his career with a World Championship win, and it wasn't to be.
Just that slight tap as he was in air. You can see what it did to his trajectory. Just threw him off the track into the soft stuff, and unfortunately, as you said, the end of his day. And riders just everywhere.
Yeah, and take a look here at Berman as he goes into the turn. He just leaned in a bit far, and it washed out from underneath him. Meanwhile, Drew Polk was somewhere at the back just picking his way through from 5th. Oh, the back end skips away. almost high-sided him.
And look at the gap there is between first and second.